What's good, everybody? Welcome to part 3 of the 120 gallon plywood aquarium build. A lot of sand that needs to get done in this part. Also, I want to get these strips cut, glued around the aquarium so we have something that the acrylic can sit on top of. Also, I do want to build a stand because for one, we need a stand, and for two, it's going to help my back when we start to do epoxy and things like that. So let's get into it. Alright, so we got the strips on the bottom right now. I'm going to let this glue dry, and then I'm going to take wood filler and fill in all the gaps. I also take wood filler and I'll fill in certain areas on the side. You can put epoxy in those areas as well, but I usually use the wood filler first because once we get to epoxy, then it's just epoxy and everything. So we're gonna let this chill for a little bit, and I'm gonna start making some measurements, and we're gonna see what we can do with a stand. And hopefully by the end of today, this tank will be sitting on a stand. Measurements look pretty damn good, and the main thing with this now is making sure you screw everything in perfectly level. Check this out. Y'all gotta see this. I'm turning the camera. There is a deer. That's the mama deer. She always limps. And she has had like 3 or 4 litters. We always see her with 1, 2 babies all the time. And I hear another deer. Yeah. That might be one of her babies grown up. He just looked at me. This is insane. Look how close. Man, I love the wildlife here. Absolutely love it. A lot of people make it look easy, but it can definitely be a pain to try to keep everything level. Every time I do a stand now, I always make sure and double check. Now you can see we have about a 1/2 inch here, about a 1/2 inch here. This is if I add any trim on or anything, I still have enough room. You can see a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. So Alright, so we have two identical frames. Now the question is, how high do we want the shelf to be? And that all depends on how high do you want to look at the actual fish tank. So, I mean, for me, good height is around 3 feet. You don't want it super high, but you don't want it super low either. So, we'll do a couple measurements and we're gonna see what is the best height. Alright, so I plan on using the Bombay mahogany, as you can see, for this aquarium. I have a few ideas of where I want to epoxy and what I want to do with that, but first things first. As you can see, small little dinks here. I didn't put enough wood filler in, so I got to fill in all the holes really good, and then I got to hit it with a 220 to 320 grit sandpaper. Really get it flush where you don't see any indents or anything like that. Then we're gonna paint it that Bombay. If it doesn't look good, it's not the end of the world. What I can do is put a trim over the entire thing. Yes, that's gonna cost a little extra money, probably like $60 to $80 more to actually put the trim around, but it could be night and day to where, man, this tank went from $1,000 to $2,000. So something as simple as that can really change the price of a fish tank. So let's go. Okay, now that I finished sanding her down, Now it's that time to put the Bombay mahogany on. And you know, it might not be the right steps of doing it, but you know what the good thing about doing a plywood aquarium is? Hey, there's no rules. You can do what you want when you want to do them. So we're going to see how this looks. If it doesn't look good, it's fine. It's no big deal. So my main concern is making this tank look sick. So whatever it takes. Well, in all honesty, I don't think I need the trim. I think that is just beautiful. It goes so well with it. Obviously, you can see the little stain marks, like where it's stained. You can see it's lighter. But once we sand it down and put a couple more coats on, then I think you're not going to be able to see any of those stain marks. So I'm actually liking it quite a bit. It's a beautiful color. And what we'll do is, we'll sand it down and we'll put a couple more coats on and see how it looks. And hopefully it really comes together. So I think that's going to be it for part 3. We still got the stand to build better. We got to epoxy the inside. We have acrylic to put on. We have a top to make. Not to mention doors for the stand. A lot. But this is only part 3, and I think we've made great progress so far. And I think that looks real cool. It's only going to look better as the time goes on. So I will catch you in part 4. This has been real fun, man. You know.